A happy new year, everyone. Welcome to our second season of SpurrLIVE, where we will be giving our clients the opportunity to share their story. I am Sheldon Brown, your client onboarding specialist. And today we have with us a very special guest who will be sharing his story. He has utilized our platform for multiple events. He's a pastor, a graphic designer. I am speaking of none other than Minister Tevaun Brown. Hi, Tevaun. Thanks very much for coming. And we're very happy to have you as the first person to kick off our second season of SpurrLIVE. But tell me, how are things with you lately?
Things are going good. 2023, giving God thanks for that, to be able to cross over into this new year. So I'm happy to be here, happy to be on SpurrLIVE. Big up Spur.
Yeah, great, excellent. So let us get into the meat of the matter as to why we're here, because I know our viewers are very happy and they're looking to hear what you have to share with them. And hopefully at the end you'll have some inspired persons who one day want to be the next Tevaun Brown.
All right.
So you are the CEO, founder of Tevaun Brown's Ministries.
I am.
You do your graphic designing and all the other stuff that you do. Tell us, what led you to start these initiatives?
What led me to start? One, I would say first is coming to a reality that I have the talent and the skill. So that is one, from a skill level, and the other was from a spiritual level. Some things you'll start in life, is based on the talent that you have, that you can do it, and you realize that you can make money from this. So one, the graphic designing, the motion graphics already started from a skill point of view, but the Tevaun Brown Ministries actually started from getting that go ahead from God to push forward.
Excellent. So which of these would you say you spend more of your time on, and which one gives you more satisfaction?
Well, that's a hard question, because I love what I do with graphics, and I love doing ministry as well. But I believe at the end of the day, I believe that's really a hard question. But I'm more satisfied when I'm doing ministry. I'm more satisfied when I'm doing ministry. I realize that the best of me comes out during that time, and because I love to talk, I'm a talker. So ministry enables me to use my mouth much more. So I definitely love doing ministry more. But at the same time, I've learned that you have to have a balance.
Yeah, excellent. When you say ministry though, I know that word is used so broadly in Jamaica and across the world. Explain to our viewers, when they say ministry, are you a singer, are you a pastor? When they say your ministry, what do you mean?
Well, I'm actually a pastor, and I'm actually also a gospel recording artist. Excellent. So you have the musical aspect of the ministry, and you have the speaking aspect of the ministry. Being a pastor, that means I have to prepare every Sunday to preach. Not only preach in-house, but also, outside, maybe travel to another country. So that aspect of it is actually ministry, where you go and tend to the spiritual needs of people. So yeah, that for me, what ministry is, the specific niche that God has called you to. Yeah, that is for me.
Yeah, every man has to know what his calling is.
Yes.
But where is the ministry taking you? You mentioned traveling to other places. Where are some of the places that your ministry have taken you to?
Ministry locally in Jamaica, it has basically taken me across the island of Jamaica. Traveling, I've gone to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad, Barbados, Antigua. So I'm pretty much almost going through all the Caribbean. But it's a very interesting life to live. I don't know if you know about connecting flights. You go up and down all 4 times for one day. But it has taken me very far, and I give God thanks that He, that people see me fit to invite me to their podiums, to their countries, to minister to them.
Okay, so in other words, when you minister overseas, you do it both as a pastor and as a recording artist?
Mostly a pastor. Most of the requests that I've gotten has not been on the musical side of things, traveling. It has been more so on the preaching side of things concerning ministry.
It's good to see young men taking up their call to do what God has called them to do.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this from 2013. 2013. I don't remember how young I was that time, but I've been doing it from 2013, and I've never had any regret. I've never had any regret. I remember, I think I was in high school that time. I was coming from Portmore with my friend. We were in an open back vehicle, and I remember looking up in the sky. The sky was clear. You could see stars at that time. And I remember saying to God, if you bless me, if you provide for me, if you take care of me, I will do ministry all the days of my life. From that time till now, I have not been able to keep a job. So I just stopped looking and just the ministry.
Okay. So you have made a commitment to God.
Yes.
One that you must keep.
Must keep.
Yeah.
Have to keep.
Yeah, and it's excellent, as I mentioned, because many young men don't take that route.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if they have the musical gift and the musical talent, they seek other ways of really maximizing what they call the dough, in that sense. But it's good to see that you have chosen this path. And of course, you would have been able to influence many other persons. And, but can you think of one person? That one person that stands out in your mind that you would have seen going along the wrong path, but because of your ministry, you were able to help that person to turn his or her life around.
I can think of several persons, both locally and internationally. And at the end of the day, you really want to see the results of, you can't beat results. It doesn't matter what anybody says, you can't beat results. And you want to see the result of what you're doing. And I've seen several persons who have literally, make a 180 turn and, start to do what God has called them to do. And they're at a much better place right now. So ministry has definitely given me that blessing to see people's life being turned around. Okay.
I'm going to ask a personal question.
Okay.
And dig in a little bit deeper. Mm-hmm. Are you married, sir?
Yes, I am. I'm married.
Children?
Not yet.
Not yet. How long have you been married?
2023. January will be 1 month and going. So December, got married in December. So I'm still young in the married teen.
Congratulations, man. I have a number of years to catch me up. Excellent. So is your wife involved in ministry with you?
She is. She's actually a worship leader. Mm-hmm. She is very much involved. I've learned this principle a long time, even from one of my bishops. Always have your wife with you.
Yes.
Always have your wife with you. It's very important. You don't know which day something will pop up, so you can't be like an island. You always have to have your wife with you to cover certain things, make sure certain things are in order. So always have your wife with you.
Excellent. I really like that. You hear? Always have your wife with you. Young men, always have your wife with you. Okay, Tevaun, you have done a number of different things, a number of conferences, including Let the Oil Flow Power Conference. Mm-hmm. When you did that, were you able to, quote unquote, bring it? And if not, what else could you have done to say bring it? And when I say bring it, I mean you feel that I'm able to accomplish exactly what I set out to do.
The Let the Oil Flow Power Conference, what I'm learning more and more that when God gives you a vision, the vision is not fully understood in the moment you get it. It's progressive. So let's say you have the conference the first year, you then realize that there's so much more to this vision. So the first year we did it, we didn't bring it 100 as we wanted to, but then we realized that there's so much more to it. Let the oil flow speaks to the abilities that you have. Oil is valuable. It is something that people dig for, and it's not something that you'll find on the surface level. It's something that you have to really dig for. And so when we say let the oil flow, it is, causing that thing which is really on the inside of you to come forth, which is valuable that people be attracted to, because persons are attracted to value. And if you are valuable, the world will seek for you. There's a quote by Dr. Meisman where he said, "Don't seek to become rich, seek to become valuable." People who have value are people who money will find them. They don't have to look for money. So the more we grow with the conference, the more we realize that you have the oil of marriage, the oil of business, the oil of, there's so many oil that can float. You can take it from a business dynamic, spiritual, family, personal development. It has a lot of places that it can reach. So we haven't fully brought it here. We're still getting to the place where we go.
Yes.
But so far, we're going good so far.
Excellent. This is indeed very, very deep. You shared some stuff a while ago, and I hope our viewers are listening. It's about value. When you have value, money will find you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to run behind money.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from that conference, tell us about one or two more of the other conferences or seminars or whatever that you have had that people would know you for.
Okay, so we've had there's a conference we had called Unction. The unction, the convergence gathering that we had is comes back down to value. I've learned that everyone has a capacity to shine, but there are those who tend to outshine, and that is because people who learn to appreciate the dark side of things, and we explain that, meaning a man that stays in secret and studies, builds himself, when he comes to the public, you cannot question his value, because he has something, he has no a sound that the world is looking for. Like, for example, if you use John the Baptist in the Bible, the Bible says that he's one in the wilderness crying. The interesting thing about that is that it didn't say he's in a town, he's where water is, he's in the wilderness. But the man being in a dry place made that dry place so valuable that even kings and queens had to come to him. So when you find your value and find what you have, you will attract kings and queens. So the convergence was for people, young people who want God to use them to develop their value in that. Also, we had our mountain climbers conference, leadership conference. Everybody has a mountain to climb, but the issue is not the mountain. The issue is, how do I prepare myself for the mountain? Yes. A lot of people don't know the higher you go, the climate changes, and some people only survive at one level of the mountain, but they never get to the top of it. So I'll leave that here.
Again, very deep. There are mountains to climb.
And
every man has to tackle his mountain.
Yep.
But it's very important to know what that mountain is all about, and how we will tackle that mountain. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, that's true. Don't climb a mountain that is not yours.
That is not yours.
Yeah, don't climb it.
Don't climb a mountain that is not yours. Tevaun's mountain is Tevaun's mountain. Your mountain is your mountain. Find what your mountain is. Go before God and find out what your mountain is. But Tevaun, with these conferences that you have had, you would have utilized the services of Spur. How did Spur help you to accomplish your goals?
For me, I call Spur the entertainment bank. That's just my personal name for it. Big up to Dr. Wendell. Spur has made things so much easier for me. When I say easier,
yes,
I mean, like, when I figure out how I'm going to get this money from this person, that person's overseas want to come, they don't know to pay, bank transactions and all these things. Spur has made it so easy for me. You just send a link, click, pay, message send, everything send, link send, and I really appreciate what Spur has done so far. I'm just waiting on the app to come out. I'm just waiting on that thing to release. I knowing Dr. Wendell, I know he's thinking far ahead, but Spur has really been a blessing to me. Anybody out there, if you've not used Spur, I will encourage you to use Spur. Any event you have, whether it be charity, it's trust me, it's easy, user friendly, very easy to understand, and it has made things very easy for me with conferences, events that I've done. So really appreciate Spur.
Okay, and you mentioned that Spur helps you to collect your funds and brings joy and smile to your face and so forth.
Yes, man. So Spur, in terms of the turnaround time, if Spur tells you 2 to 3 days, I guarantee you're getting your money. You don't have to call anybody and say, it's been a month. What is happening? I was going to say something, but I won't. I'm happy. And if you call, you always get somebody. If you message, you might remember this, but I sent a message, and when you messaged me, you said, let me call you personally. For some, that speaks volume. That is what you call good customer service. Some people don't want to even call anybody. They just want to type and talk to you. But I appreciated the fact that I got the call and you worked me step by step, and I really enjoy that. So yeah, man, love Spur. Love Spur.
I appreciate that. We try our best to ensure that you are our clients, you make us.
Mm-hmm.
So we offer service, and without you, we can't be successful.
Mm-hmm.
And we want you to be successful while we also grow in this business. So we thank you very much.
Thank you.
So Tevaun, you have shared a lot, but for our viewers who are watching, I wanted to leave a word with them. Somebody will look in and say, hey, he spoke with such inspiration. He spoke about not working because God provided. For somebody who is in a position that you were years ago, who would want to be like you, leave a word with them. Encourage them, leave a word of encouragement. And, let them leave this session feeling as if, hey, I can do that. Just like what you said, you could have done it. So use this platform to encourage a few of our viewers, or all of our viewers.
All right. Again, thank you so much for having me, SpurrOpen. I really appreciate it. My words to anyone that is watching, I will say this to you, that the only person that can make you and break you is you. When I say make you, it means that making is a process, and there has to be something that you're willing to follow to be made. A lot of persons, how they started out their business is by seeing another man starting his business, by seeing somebody else doing something that inspired something or sparked something in them. My encouragement to you is find a target, a goal, an objective, and as you pursue that thing, cause it to make you. No great leader becomes a leader overnight, but over time. No great successful businessman becomes a businessman overnight, but over time. And with time, there must be pressure, there must be heat, there must be pain, there must be joy, there must be process. And if you trust the process, I guarantee you that you will get to the end result of what you are seeking for. Sometimes to get to these things, people will leave, friends will leave, but at the end of the day, make sure that you don't stop driving your bus. There's anything about a JUTC. The people can come off, but the driver has to stay on. Make sure you stay on the bus that you have chosen to drive. There are people who come off before their time. There are people who come off at their stop. And there are some people that they don't know where they're going. But make sure you stay on the bus and you drive to your final destination. Keep your vision in front of you, not people. Keep your vision in front of you. If you keep that in front of you, even when people come, you will not be distracted because your view is not on them, it is on your vision. Thank you, Spur, for having me. God bless.
Well, thank you, Minister Brown, Tevaun Brown, for coming and sharing your story with us. It was really inspiring. I took a lot from it, and I'm hoping that our viewers would have also taken a lot from it. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into SpurrLIVE, our second season. We look forward to you joining us again next week, Thursday, at the same place, at the same time. And Mr. Brown, to you, sir, we want you to know that Spur will always be here to work along with you to make your thing even bigger and better, and for you to be able to bring it, as you said. So thank you very much, and thank you, viewers. See you again next week.